Anyways,
welcome
to Oh God, Please, Not Another Podcast. I'm Josh Dell, and
I'm Braylee Linderman.
And we have a guest today, but you don't know who he is.
Most
because this might be cropped in right now. Don't say anything. Don't say anything yet.
Is it cropped in? What do you mean?
Well, I'll crop it in post.
Oh,
it's Joe Noto.
now go.
Say hi, Joe.
How's everybody doing?
Well, it's just us here, and we're both good. We've already went over that. Well, dude, welcome. You're the first guest on the podcast. How are you doing, man?
I'm great. I don't do well with the.
We brought the guy.
No. It's not that I don't do well. It's just like we've been hanging out for like 30 minutes already. So it's, but I'm great. And I hope everybody watching this is
great.
We've been talking about Lululemon.
Yeah, I think it is in between $8 to $12 per pair.
Wow.
So their margins are insane.
There you go.
So like
Joe's giving us the insider secrets to Lulu before he says.
It's just so funny because like they're not even that great of leggings, and I'll say it because almost every single pair of my Lululemon
she blows the ass out on them just instantly.
Yes.
Yeah, she puts them.
I squat too hard.
She puts them on. Yeah. You know,
my thighs rub together. They don't like people that have an ounce of fat on their body.
Yeah, that's
Say it, Joe.
No,
Admit it.
I mean, I'll tell you what we say. Like, at least what I was taught to say was like, certain leggings are made for certain like activities, and people will buy certain leggings and do them with the wrong activities.
But it's really like
what leggings are for being fat?
So somebody rubs
not
a hole.
Like, those are at Walmart.
But
So if somebody like if they're the Align leggings, for example, if I am walking in those and my legs rub together, you're gonna be like, oh.
well, no. So you
doing
can
the
take
wrong
those back
activity.
in though for a quality promise if you keep.
I already got a new pair.
That's fire.
Oh yeah, which is great.
Well, there
That's
you go.
like
Quality promise.
Within a year, they actually did change that rule just like last month. It was like
so they're not lifetime guaranteed.
yeah,
anymore.
so like people were coming in with stuff from like 2015 and being like, yeah, the threads are.
That's good. Like, what kind of quality is this?
And we were giving them brand new
It's
pairs
8
for
years
nothing.
old.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing about Lululemon. I think they're way too like, almost kind of like. I mean, I get like their brand model and it's amazing, right? Like, and it's very customer forward.
Okay.
Like it's very like the customer's right.
I feel like you're giving us the runaround right now. Just tell us
I'm not
what.
giving you the runaround.
What?
I'm getting to my
We're
point.
getting Joe fired.
Yeah, Joe single-handedly costing himself his job. So.
It's all good, man.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
You're gonna say. I'll tell you one thing
right.
about Lululemon.
Customers always.
They're
right.
kind of like we because of our like say no policy. They're kind of very like pushovery. Like somebody will come in with
They push your ovaries.
well
Push ovary.
Yeah,
I plead the
that's what we say in the business.
but like somebody will come in with like which is what's obviously like a massive bag of stolen Lululemon and unaccounted for Lululemon like merchandise, and it's not like knockoff, it's like real stuff.
Yeah.
But like we can't assume that they're trying to pull a fast one, and we have to go through with all of it and like go through all of the steps and go through all of the things and not be like, hey dude, you're wasting our fucking time. Like
Yeah.
time
Wait,
to scram.
what? Like so
Wow. You just
Like we have to really like
Gave us
treat.
a
We
hat.
can't like
I'm gonna put it in
which part of this I think is awesome. There he goes with his Copenhagen teriyaki.
I dare you to swallow.
Yeah.
I dare you to swallow that dip right now.
That's just how my grandpa used to do it as well.
You're so stupid.
I just swallowed it. It was good.
Wait,
I bet you your grandpa didn't do that. He
didn't.
swallows chewing tobacco.
Today's podcast is not sponsored by Jack Link's Teriyaki Jerky Chew.
can I have some? Can I try it?
Yeah.
It's actually fire. We used to do that as kids all the time.
Yeah,
Thought
it's
we
fun.
were-
It's like candy cigarettes.
Thought we were Derek Jeter.
Put a little
playing
step up.
wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Put in a little dip. You want a little dip of some jerk?
It kind of tastes like hair.
I got my
You
own.
want some coffee?
I got my own non-nicotine.
Yeah.
this
fix.
has the
I just-
texture of hair.
Yeah. You don't eat hair?
Not on a daily basis.
Yeah. But some people do. Have you ever seen My Strange Addiction?
Yeah,
No.
I the last episode I saw, a girl was eating her boyfriend's ashes.
Ooh.
Well, I can tell you,
Like
rest
fun dip.
assured, I've never watched whatever y'all are talking about.
I've seen a guy who is sexually attracted to balloons. You seen that guy? He just has a house full of them. Or like the guy who loves to dress up, I mean, there's a lot of people like this who like to dress up like babies.
That
and
is
then have
so
people
creepy.
come take care of them.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I don't really pay attention to those people. But.
Or there was a girl that was like addicted to eating like her couch foam.
Oh yeah.
I feel like what's that old TV show where like
on TLC.
Well, yeah, the My Strange Addiction. That was
that,
one. Yeah.
Maybe I have
where
seen
the people were. Remember the people who were addicted to coffee enemas?
No.
There's a couple. Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? Coffee enemas are kind of healthy though.
No, they're
Coffee enema.
Stop. No, they are not.
Yes,
There's
they are.
no science behind it. There's
No,
literally
I'm
no
not talking
science.
about,
enema, doesn't
that goes in your butt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
They were doing it like 5 times a day, just like
Okay, that's bad. Yeah, but
Coffee?
like
not any time. What?
But I think a coffee enema like once a month if you need a good clean out. I think that's totally
my
fine.
God. Or you could just drink coffee. You know,
No, some days it doesn't work.
I'll go with the other option. Or you can have grinds, coffee pouches, and you can dip
just do
Somebody
it
sponsor
through your
us.
mouth and not anywhere else. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got on that, but that is a thing that people do. It is
Actually,
apparently
no, somebody
Braylee's a
does.
big fan of it, and
I mean, as somebody who's not regular, I mean, why not?
I don't know. Yeah, Braylee's.
Joe are about
not
to know each
regular.
other very closely.
Yeah, Braylee is not
It's
regular
just-
at all, and she
No,
eats
that's
a lot
fine.
of
I've been
fiber,
listening
which
to
is
the pod.
Yeah,
I've been learning a lot
Have
about
you?
both of you.
dude, it's been exciting. We have got over 200 downloads on the first few episodes, and
Sick.
then people coming into her work, recognizing her from being on this.
That's
and,
so sick.
Because our
Yeah,
clips do
I've
well.
had people. The lady right down the street at the gas
No
station.
way.
She's like, "I saw you online," and I was
No
like,
way.
"No way."
That's so sick.
yeah. So here we are.
Dude, that's my goal. Like what you know,
What's
I
your
told
goal?
you my goal for
To
the
be
year was to do a
recognized?
pod.
Oh,
No, by my music, hopefully
yeah.
one day.
That's it.
But,
we're all hoping for that. You know.
But yeah, like my goal this year was to do a podcast, so we'll see.
Like make a podcast or be on
Yeah,
a podcast
I
because we
kinda
just
had, like,
achieved
an
it.
idea.
yeah.
Oh
You're
no,
already-
I'm on. You guys
This
just
is the
changed
first
my
step.
gear. No, I wanted to start my own because I just feel like it adds so much to like who you are as a brand and an artist and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where like people, if you care about you and like what you make even more,
Yeah.
if they know like who you are and like more things about you, that's kind of like where our thinking was behind this. Is just like we're like, hey man, like we have time to dedicate to a podcast like on a certain day, so why don't we just do it? And then like everyone's always pressuring you to post more and do stuff, and we're like, we can just cut clips from podcast
Right.
and and
serving
and
its
that's like
purpose.
and we just genuinely enjoy hanging out together. And
Dude, Bryson DeChambeau, do you guys know who he is? Golfer. He's like
No.
he's very like he was like a controversial golfer. He had like beef with Brooks Koepka and stuff like that.
Who's
but
that?
He's another
you
really
are just
good golfer.
saying names to
Another
me right
good
now.
golfer. I'm sorry. But anyways, he said this. He like started a YouTube channel and like is really doing successful. I don't really follow it too much, but he said like, I'm an entertainer. At the end of the day, I want to be something like an entertainer that just is occasionally good at golf. And
Yeah,
like I'm
well,
like, dude,
yeah.
that's such a cool like. That's a sick concept, right? Like everybody knows him as Bryson DeChambeau, the golfer, but like he's
Right.
looking at it like, dude, I can do so much, and like that's just a facet of my life.
Right. I only know who Mutombo. Not
Dikembe Mutombo?
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo.
That's the
not-
basketball player.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Not there's DeChambeau, and then I know
Mutombo.
I know
Rambo.
Mutombo. Yeah, there's Rambo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's John Rambo.
I think I know Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Yeah,
He golfs, right? I'm just kidding.
I think
know
so.
he golfs. I know.
I think
I'm
so
not-
when he's not driving his SUVs around.
I'm not into golf. I don't know how people watch golf.
I don't know. Some people love it.
I also don't like NBA, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Basketball.
What's your like sport that you love watching?
watching? I mean,
Yeah.
it's
football.
NFL football
Yeah.
every year.
who's your team?
The Buffalo Bills.
The Bills.
And-
Wait.
Bills Mafia
But aren't
guy.
you like a Florida
Florida.
guy?
I was born in Buffalo. It's
Oh,
a
were
long
you?
story.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family we argue about this at every family get together and everything because
Well,
I was
sounds
born
exciting.
in Buffalo. Grew up in a split house. My mom was a Dolphins fan. My dad was a Bills
I thought you
fan.
were about to say
Are
my
your-
mom was a dolphin.
No,
A split house. No, but your parents are very much together. They're just
not split
down.
like that. Let me rephrase. My mom was a Dolphins fan. She hated the Bills. My dad was a Bills fan. We went to every Bills Dolphins game that came through Miami.
Really?
Because the stadium was an hour and a half away from our house.
Yeah.
So we'd always go, and then like, dude, the Dolphins just made such. And obviously, I was a massive Dolphins fan growing up because like I got to go see like all the players and like everything around town in South Florida that had to do with football. Like the Dolphins, it was basically had to do with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So,
but to quote Hootie, the Dolphins made you cry.
They made me cry many times, dude, as a kid. But then they just started like my favorite player had retired, and then I kind of was like, well, that sucks. You know, as a little kid, you're like, dude, your favorite player retires. That's like, you know,
right.
Your hero is like leaving the game, and then I was like,
I know
the Dolphins just kept continuing to make stupid ass decisions, and I was like, well, I rooted for the Bills all year long except for when they played Miami twice a year, and I was like, well, I'll just go root for them, man. Like, I'm tired of it.
So like
and
when
they
the
suck
Bills
just as bad.
when the Buffalo Bills start doing really, really bad again, will you go back to the Dolphins?
No,
when Tua leads them to
I
a
can't.
Super Bowl.
I'm at the point now though where I can't stand Dolphin fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like their colors.
And a lot of my friends.
I like their
the
colors.
baby blue and orange.
It's not baby
It's
blue.
aqua.
It's all whatever.
Guys,
Anyways,
it is blue and orange.
No, it's a lot of my friends are Dolphins fans, so like we talk a lot of shit, but like I mean, I hope they do well.
I work with a girl who is literally like Josh Allen should be scared. She's so obsessed with him.
Oh no way!
And Josh Allen
Everybody
reminds
in
me of
Buffalo
like
is.
a plain bagel, like kind of like a hard-boiled egg. Like there's not much season to him.
He's an
good.
average guy.
He's just
he
like-
just balls.
but he's
Yes.
funny, dude. He could be an actor. Did you see that thing
Yeah,
that he just did?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, dude, this is good. Where he's sleeping on the job site of the
It
outside
reminded
stadium.
me of like it reminded me of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
such a
Very
Parks and Rec
Parks
thing.
and Rec.
Yeah.
Well, that's
No.
interesting. And then who's your college? You love Florida State.
Yeah.
Shout out Jordan Travis, dude.
Shout out JT.
The
the
new
let's go
Jets,
ahead.
dude.
Drop
Go-
the names.
yeah.
Hey, I also have to say, go Jets.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah,
that's
his cousin
family.
now.
Tom grew up a Jets fan.
Really?
He's from New York.
Really?
Is Jordan QB2? Is that what he's gonna? or
well-
is that TBD?
I don't. QB2 is Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
So the roster is Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry, Tyrod, if
Taylor.
you're watching, we're not trying to throw.
But yeah, like Aaron,
Tyrod tunes in every week to this.
Yeah,
and
go Jets, baby. And then Jordan's, I'm assuming 3.
well,
Okay.
maybe Aaron Rodgers will hurt himself in the first 30 seconds of the first game again.
Well,
And like, you know,
yeah, you never know.
and then the next is up.
But the problem, I mean, what I think him going to New York was a really, really good, like, just career thing for him.
What,
right? Like,
when did he get drafted? What round?
5.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to be able to, like, how often do you get to sit behind one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever throw a football and learn?
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers, like, he's like, he doesn't want to hang the cleats up. He's probably going to play this year, and depending on what happens, he might even play the year after that. So, like, to sit and learn behind that, like, that's got to be like.
Yeah, and then after those 2 years, they're gonna be like, all right, buddy, it's off to the glue factory. It's time to
How
time to
old
put
is
you
Aaron
down.
Rodgers now?
40.
Good for him.
He's old.
40,
Good
43?
for
I have no
him.
clue.
I love that.
It's the ayahuasca. It's keeping him young.
Did you see that tweet?
No.
What tweet?
He liked the
don't.
tweet right when my cousin got drafted, and it was like, good luck, or Aaron's going to do something like show Jordan Travis all about ayahuasca.
Oh, yeah.
He liked the tweet. And I was like, uh-oh. There's going to be trouble in East
Yeah.
Rutherford, baby.
Not that this has. Speaking of age and athletes, I just watched the core classic gymnastics. We all love. No, I love gymnastics.
Yes, you do love gymnastics.
Anyways, Simone Biles was in it. She is
Was she?
27 now. Gabby
No
Douglas
way.
was in it.
Yeah.
She's now
Wow.
28. We had all these like older athletes coming in, which was really cool. I hate when people are like, they're 24. They're just too
Well,
old.
that's what, Lori Hernandez was telling me. She's like, yeah, when you're 16, you're considered a senior athlete.
In
Senior,
gymnastics?
yeah.
No way.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is hard on
That's
your
kinda
body,
crazy.
but if
Hell
like you
yeah.
are, or if you're conditioning your body, if you're taking care of it in the way it's supposed to be taken care of, I think it's the longevity of it. It can be so much more than what people get credit
Yeah.
for.
Oh, for sure. Dude,
Yeah,
my
they're
my
definitely not
crush-
slamming McDoubles when they leave the office like I
Oh,
am.
no.
I'm like, well,
Absolutely
I can get a couple today. It's a 2-for-1. It's almost like it doesn't count if it's only under $2.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were
Dude, no, Jordan Weber was my, like, do you remember her? She was
I
like
love
my,
gymnastics. Say anybody, I'll probably know.
no, she was like my crush when, like,
Really?
when the Olympics, it was the Olympics, and it was like her and then Raisman, Allie Raisman,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, yeah, Allie Raisman.
Gab-
Dude,
she's-
every
Allie
time
is
they came
cool.
on, I was a little kid just like, oh,
I've talked to
my
Allie a
God.
few times. She's very cool.
Is she the coach of Arkansas now?
I don't
or is
know.
that Jordan Weaver? No, that was one of the greatest like Olympic gymnastics teams of all time.
Yeah, I remember
No.
that Olympics, which we're getting the Olympics this year,
Yes,
right?
in August. I freaking love
Tennessee?
the Olympics.
No.
no.
Oh, I was like, dude, we're not in the
No, the world, Josh.
I feel like I'm competing for the Olympics while the
Yeah.
cicadas outside and like
I
trying to
know,
dodge
dude,
them.
or the Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
Like they, yeah, I was outside yesterday with these cicadas, man, and like 5 hit me in the face in the matter of like
Oh, they're
2
brutal.
minutes just being on the phone. Did you see Austin and Colin's cicada video?
No.
Oh, they're so
Austin
funny,
and
dude.
Colin.
You
Who's
know
that?
Austin and Colin, dude. They do like funny video. They're kind of like Lonely Island, like Adam
Okay,
Andy
yeah,
Samberg.
yeah, yeah.
And,
Or are they the ones who
Adam
do sings?
Sandler.
Like they do, like they
Yeah.
sing. They'll
Yeah,
do, like,
yeah,
the-
yeah,
okay,
yeah. They
yeah.
do songs. Yeah. Colin like makes all the music, I think, and then Austin and them come up with the lyrics. Austin and Colin, but yeah, they're funny. They were at the golf tournament too. They were doing the hosts. They were.
Oh, those guys.
yeah, Austin and
yeah.
Colin. Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
they're at
I didn't
Holly.
even know. I didn't even
Yeah.
connect them.
Yeah. They've done stuff with like Jake and stuff before on the road, and
Yeah, no,
They were funny.
I feel like
yeah, they're funny dudes.
I've never ever, if y'all aren't
I'd love to have them
in
on.
Tennessee right now, we are having like this epidemic of just cicadas literally in every crevice of this. Ew.
Dude, I picked it up. It was sitting right at my feet. I just
My
picked it
dog
up.
has been eating like the shells because they come out of their shell.
Yeah.
And my dog eats them all. Yeah, it's
You
gross.
gotta love the shells.
What?
And also,
I don't know
My-
how these things fucking
okay,
work.
so they live in the ground
right.
and they come up out of the ground.
Every few years.
And right now it's like mating season.
What happened was we had a 7-year brood and a 13-year brood come out of the
Yeah.
ground at the same time,
So they come out every 7 years.
and 13.
They live through 7 years under the ground. Where they just crawl.
Right. Like Obama was president the last time these cicadas were fucking out of the ground. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they had the hope sign in their
That's
front
funny.
yard, and now they're you know
And they come out and they're like,
now
what
they're like, wait,
happened?
Joe Biden's president?
What's happening?
Wasn't he the vice president?
Oh boy.
No, so then they're
the
coming
guy
out right now.
who hosted The
They're out
Apprentice
right now.
was wrestling. They're like, what?
They're out right now to mate.
Yeah.
And so what happens is the guys mate with the women. The guys,
Is that how it works?
The boys die, and the girls go back in the hole.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
So all the male cicadas are gonna die.
pretty much.
Basically, I
That's
guess
a
that's what.
travesty.
Listen, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty
Travesty,
sure
yeah.
that's how it goes.
I think, yeah. No, you're right. There's a lot of things in nature like that. Like once, like
Praying mantis.
the men fulfill their purpose and
then they just
then
die
they
off.
die. Yeah,
crazy.
And
It's
then the
kinda
circle
like
of life
bees.
continues. Yeah,
They sting you and they die.
Yeah.
A praying mantis it rips
you-
the head off of
mantis.
their.
Not mantis.
I said mantis.
Oh, you've
said
been. I thought.
mantis?
I feel like she's been saying mantis, the praying mantis.
praying
No.
mantis.
And they
I'm
rip
gonna
the
flick
guy's
you
head
off
off.
right now, dude.
Also, I got really validated on that.
Did you?
You know how many people were like, "I say flick,
That
I
was
say
a-
flick."
I
I've
know.
heard people say that. I think my sister says flick.
I don't care that you got validated on it. I
Yeah.
think I needed the world to know that they were wrong.
my
Like
Lord.
I needed.
Yeah, I had. I got in a fight with a stranger on the internet because I was like joking around with him. And he went.
What happened?
So we posted on TikTok, and this guy was like really adamant about being like, "Well, no,
flick and flip. He gave us the actual definitions of flick and flip, and we're like, yeah, but I knew I was gonna blow his mind because I was like, do you know what a colloquialism is? Like where you just say, I can tell
I don't
from your
even know
face,
what a
you don't know.
colloquial is.
You know there's sayings that we in cultures that you adopt. You know, like flipping someone
Right.
off or cutting someone off. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but yeah, he just was not having it. He was just like he's being very literal, and I was like, I think you're missing the point of.
Yeah, but
he came onto your thing.
I just commented on it like joking. I'm like, no.
Urban
He's
Dictionary
right.
said-
Urban Dictionary said so, and Urban Dictionary is never wrong. Like sarcastically,
Which is true.
But then
Okay,
he
I
went
was gonna
to
be like-
my TikTok page and picked a video of my song "Girls Can't Have Fun." He goes, "Oh, so you're a brainwashed sheep." And I was like,
brainwashed sheep.
what?
Well, you know what I've learned is that people on social media are just looking for something to argue about.
They are, man.
But also, like, I typically try to stay away from arguing with people on the internet because they don't know you, you don't know them,
Right.
don't
And
know
nobody's gonna change
experiences.
anybody's mind.
Like no stranger's ever gonna change my mind about anything.
Yeah. That's why I had to get a burner.
I don't know
Twitter.
why people are doing that. Like, always trying to, like, make the world bend to their vision online. You know?
I know.
Yeah. Like,
I know.
there's.
Yeah.
Go contribute to.
What's your burner
community.
account on Twitter? Why don't you tell everybody so they can go check it
Tell
out?
us,
Hell
tell
no.
us, tell us.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't blame
Is
you.
that so you could like stalk people without them knowing?
No, I don't even. I just go. I just
No,
follow
you just
all
like to
the
talk
things, and like sometimes I'll talk shit on sports and whatever. And my cousins kind of brought it to my attention. Like, shout out to them
They were
for doing that.
Both of his cousins were professional athletes.
Yeah, and my cousin,
Jordan,
my
and then
older
the other
cousin
one played
Devin,
for-
kind of reached out and he was like, "Hey man, like
What team did he play for?
the Blue Jays."
The Blue Jays.
I
He
didn't
was
get there.
baseball.
I didn't get the athletic gene, but
You
But
got
what
the
hap-
music gene.
yeah, we'll take what we can get over here.
Yeah.
But he was just kind of like, "Hey, if you want to like, you know, be somebody down the road," he's like, "You got to like kind of clean up," because I'll go on there at people like about sports, and I'll like like tweet about like the commentator being like, "Wow, you've said the same thing 50 fucking times," and he's like, "You probably don't want that associated like."
Like Gary and Gary Danielson and oh wait, you're ACC. Never mind. I was thinking of
What's
like
that?
college.
The SEC.
Yeah.
I
I
pleaded the fifth on that as well.
I had to before I went on The Voice.
This is a
I had
Bama
to
fan,
put
right?
my Twitter on private because I talk so much shit
Oh
in
yeah,
college
see
football.
that's
It's
exactly
just like,
Oh, look
that's
at-
exactly
Look
why,
at birds of a feather right here.
dude. Like I just like and then like when you're in the moment, like I grew up being so competitive, so I
Same.
was always like, I mean, no words
I
like
hate losing.
yeah, no cuss words were spared, so I was just
Yeah.
like. Probably not a good look, and I just deleted my. And what do I get tagged in on music shit once a year? So
Yeah.
like, I just deleted
you
it. And
go.
I
I
was
couldn't
like,
even let Niall Horn follow me. Like
There you go.
after he went to go, I couldn't even because that's how bad my Twitter is. Like the shit talking I do in
oh,
sports.
he's the judge.
Yeah, he was my
Or
coach.
No
Yeah.
way.
The Voice.
That's crazy.
I was like, you have access to my Instagram,
He
but
probably
you cannot go
would've-
to my Twitter.
He probably would have.
He would probably been like, "What is all
Would've
this talk
laughed.
over there?"
Roll
Boy.
Tide. What is that?
Wow, yeah. Well, who's Nick Saban?
Who is Nick Saban, dude?
Who is Nick Saban?
Somebody's grandpa.
Just
My
a ghost
dad.
now, boy.
Yeah.
And just, it's the ghosts of good times that Alabama used to have.
No, I feel optimistic. I'm not crazy optimistic, but
I
I'm
don't
a little
know
optimistic.
anything about college football right now. I haven't watched college football in years.
Man,
Or
you should-
NFL. I haven't
Really?
watched. I don't really watch any sports, guys. You know how we're all in music. I try to do that in my free time. I try to
you?
make.
Wow,
music,
what
yeah.
an overachiever.
That's why I'm always making music, man. I put in a dip again. Well, I'm getting stressed out.
I just like
I'm getting stressed.
That's funny.
I can't do the thing.
can you do it?
Just like,
Can you do it?
I mean, if I move
Show
it,
us your
maybe.
redneck side.
Do it.
It's like,
There you go. Yeah, guys.
I could just watch your shoulder get dislocated during that.
Guys used to do that all the time in high school.
Yeah.
Like without even the dip, the
Yeah.
dip can, they would just be doing it. I'm like, man.
yeah, man. I thought I was cool one time. I did it when I had a tin of pouches.
Yeah.
I had a tin of pouches. And I was like, I was like in college.
Don't need it.
Dude, my first dip story is terrible. I was in Atlanta with a bunch of my college buddies, and
Dude,
they
I
gave
have
me
a
my
terrible first time dip story too. But go, yeah, sorry,
they
go.
gave me my first. He's like, all right, like we're all dressed up. I'm like, and it was cold out too in Atlanta, so I was in like jeans, a flannel, and a
Yeah.
jean jacket, and I had boots on, and
Boots on.
I took,
Boots.
I put the lip in, and I sat at the edge of the bed, and everybody's almost all ready to go. And the room just started spinning.
Yeah.
And it spun slow, and then it was just like spinning faster. And I was like, yo, I was with my buddy Parker DeWitt. I was like, Parker. I was like, bro, something's fucking wrong, dog. And I was like, so I jump up, and the room is literally like going like this, and I'm running
People don't know
through
dip
the
hits
hotel
you-
room to the bathroom.
Because you
Right.
threw up.
And I threw up for probably 40 minutes.
Did you swallow some of it?
The dip?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope not.
I think you just end up swallowing some of your spit, which has like some of it in that. Because, dude,
for sure. I for sure
same
did
thing
that.
happened to me. I was in 8th grade, and I was with my best friend's older brother, who's a senior in high school.
Early, man.
I know. Dude, you know, I was
Hellraiser.
I know. I was hanging out with a senior in high school, dude, and he brought over these 2 senior girls, and they, he pulled out a thing of Kodiak wintergreen, and he's like, "I'm gonna put a dip in." And he's like, "Josh, you want a dip?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll put in a dip." And we were in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And it hit my system like Lightning McQueen, bro. It was just like boom, and I immediately was like, I don't know what I need to do first, but I need to shit and I need to throw up. I need to do both. And I don't know which one to do first. But dude, I was like, I got out of there so quick, and like those girls were like, "Is he okay?" And my buddy's like, "Yeah, he's fine." I was just dying in the bathroom. I'm pretty sure I was the most dehydrated I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
What about you, Braylee? When's the first time you did it?
I never dipped.
Yeah. I
never dipped. No.
You did a Zen one time at a ride.
I did a Zen and physically just spit it out my hand. I couldn't do it.
I
can't do it either, dude. I'm not a Zenner.
I don't like the feeling of something hitting me like all at once.
Yeah.
And so if that's the first time I smoked out of a bong, like, nope, never. I've never done it since because it was that bad.
He said my first.
My first weed smoking experience was horrible.
Really?
Let's share stories. Go on.
Dude, so I'm not gonna name his name, but he knows.
I know who it is.
He was my suite mate in college, dude. He was. Shout out to Matt. That's all I'll say.
Wait, is this? You can't say his name. Is he like?
No, I just don't want to like. He's probably got like a really good job now, and like he's a great dude. Like,
let's look him up on LinkedIn.
We're just wild. I'll just say
what kind of job he has.
Shout out to Matt. He was our suite mate.
A good American name.
And and he kind of was like the Hall's dealer. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, just by the way, because I have to every 30 minutes.
So I'll make it fast. So
I'm ready.
So he's everybody's dealer. Me and my roommate, one of my best friends, Zach, like we wanted nothing to do with it growing up. Like, like we didn't try it in high school. Like
you saw the commercial and you're like, just say no.
Yeah. But anyways, he says to us the whole year, he's like, before we leave freshman year, y'all have to smoke with me. Y'all have to smoke with me. Y'all have to smoke with me.
Pressure.
So we're like, all right, on the last night, like the last night that we go out, last weekend of our freshman year, like we'll smoke with Matt and his roommate at the time. And the night comes, we're gonna do it. We all go out to this bar called The Strip. Well, it's a bunch of bars together, and my roommate gets hammered, plastered.
Not a good place to be.
Like to the point where it was like girlfriend helping him get to bed, like just a typical freshman. No, he didn't do that. But I know a couple that have, which is insane.
All right,
so
you got a minute.
She's trying to get him out of the shower and into the bed, and I'm kind of like, yo, bro, like, come on, get with it. Like, we're gonna go smoke. We're gonna smoke. And she says, "This is why you're rushing me," and she leaves me with him. She was like really upset. We were drunk, but like, so I help get him into bed, and I go in there, and he pulls out a trash can, fills it with water, cuts a Gatorade bottle in half.
Does a gravity bong?
Yeah. A G gravity bong, whatever the hell it's called. He pulls the weed from out of the tile in the bathroom because that's where he hid it. He's nuts. He plugs the holes at the bottom of the door, and he's like, all right, now I'm gonna pull this up, and you just have to breathe in like once it's at the top. He said, I said, don't let me get all of it. Don't let me breathe all of it in. He said, I'll tell you when to stop. He didn't tell me to stop. I coughed for 15 minutes straight, and when I stopped coughing, I was in another realm of reality. Like, it was insane.
Anyway, we were talking about first time getting high stories. Yours was a doozy. A guy in college made a gravity bong out of a trash can.
Trash can and a Gatorade bottle. Wow. One of them big ones.
A big, yeah.
Mine. And what does he do now?
You know what? I think I can find what he does now.
Look
I'm
it
actually
up.
interested to
I'll
know.
really narrow down which
Look up what he
person
does.
this is.
Braley, what was your... Because I can't remember my first time, but I just know it was a lot of just getting high, driving around in a truck and listening to Cottonmouth Kings.
No,
hell no.
like it was my first time smoking out of a bong, and it ruined my experience for weed for the rest of my life. To be honest, I was in college. It was Thanksgiving break, and we were all over at my friend. Like, and I don't know if y'all do this in your hometowns or anything, but Thanksgiving break is like when you get together with all of your
you went to high school with. Yeah.
And I remember we were all drinking, having a good time, and my friend Kyle had a bong, and he was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely."
Yeah.
And I remember taking the hit, and then him going, "Oh, bye."
That's not a good... It's happened to me before, too. It's never a good
And I literally
idea.
go, "Oh no!" I was like, "What do you mean?"
What do you mean by...
And all of a sudden,
Where are we going?
literally, so we're outside, we're on the porch, and like somebody had a guitar, and people were singing the greatest song in the world, that Jack Black song.
Yeah,
And
it's tribute.
everything ends up in slow motion, and then everybody's face is like stretching out.
Were you drinking?
I was, but I wasn't drunk.
Okay.
Come to find out, we believe it was laced because
Yeah.
all of a sudden the backs of my legs got really, really warm, and I was like, "Am
Yeah,
I
that's
peeing
weird.
myself?"
Huh.
And I couldn't even tell if I was peeing myself.
That's weird.
So
Yeah,
I-
I've never had anything like
Yeah,
that.
so I looked at my friend Jasmine, and I go, "Can we go to the bathroom?" And she was like, and she goes, "I'm freaking out," and I was like, "Oh, I'm freaking out." So we go
That's
upstairs, and I go,
crazy.
"Jasmine, I think I peed my pants," and she was like, "Are you sure?" And I go, "Can you feel for me?" So she's like touching my legs. She's like,
Yeah.
"Really, you didn't pee your pants?" And also, we both just start crying
Oh,
because
no.
everything is not reality.
Right.
Yeah.
My heart is going 1,000 miles an hour. It was the
That's-
worst.
that's
I
wild.
like
Yeah.
fell asleep like downstairs, and I remember I was
face
dating this
down.
guy, and he came up and he had kissed me on the cheek, and he was like, "I'm going upstairs," but I didn't know it was him, and I remember being like, "Is this an angel? Is this it?
You
Is
mean
this when I
kissed
die?"
by an angel?
Literally kissed by an angel. It was.
No,
I have
that's
never
funny.
smoked like that ever again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't ever really smoke. The last time I even
No.
experienced getting high was drinking that drink
That
and then
drink,
getting
is-
canes.
yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing
Then we went to
though is
Raising
real.
Cane's.
That's
I only
not
drank half
when
of
you
it.
smoke for the first time, bro. Like that, like the
What?
one of my sweet
the
mates.
visual thing? I was like, well,
And
I've
no,
never
when I
had
smoked
anything
the first
like
time,
that.
he had to walk me back to through the little bathroom to my bed, and I went to sleep with my legs crossed and my arms
Like
like
you're going
this.
down a
And I
water
woke up,
slide,
and
dude?
I woke
Like,
up,
like,
bro,
like,
and I woke up in the same position, bro. I woke up like that.
Dude, that's how Braley's husband actually sleeps, though. He sleeps like,
like
a
a
fucking
vampire,
Dracula,
bro.
No,
dude.
he looks like. I always tell him he looks like a dead Abraham Lincoln.
No
like he's like.
way.
Yeah, he's like a little Victorian
Listen,
child.
I'll find you a photo.
What?
There's so many
It's
photos
so
of Tom.
funny,
That's
dude. Yeah.
interesting.
Or he'll sleep like this.
But that Tom is the most even-killed guy. Of course, he sleeps like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place, which makes sense that
Yeah.
I toss and turn and I
Yeah.
roll. You know, like what was that?
Cicada.
I don't know. That was weird.
It's haunted.
It is.
This
Oh
place is
yeah.
haunted.
What is it?
It's haunted. This place is
That
haunted.
shit is haunted.
What
This
was
place-
it?
We don't know.
I don't know.
Ooh, like I get to chill.
I
bumps.
don't listen. Come on now.
You're out.
Speaking
Yeah.
of sleeping, I slept like ass last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I saw this like recipe on TikTok, and
I'm
I was really
addicted
excited about
to
this.
dip.
You're just eating hair that is flavored. Gross.
Somebody get this guy
Teriyaki.
a fucking bag of beef jerky, bro.
Literally. But I saw this thing on TikTok for like carrots, and it's kind of not a casserole or anything, but it's just like to make your veggies taste better.
Yeah.
So I went and got carrots and celery and onions, and she said in it, she was like, be very generous with the rosemary. And I was like, okay, great. So I put a lot in there.
Yeah.
My house
Rosemary's a
reeks.
strong scent.
Oh my God. I couldn't sleep last night because it was so, every time I like breathed in, it felt like I was tasting rosemary to the point where I was almost sick.
What's it taste or smell?
You
like?
open rosemary.
It's,
You know,
it's just like a strong, it smells like Thanksgiving.
it's an
Okay.
aromatic. You know, thyme and rosemary often go together.
Okay.
Yeah. Except I did oregano or as I said in high
Oregano's
school,
strong.
oregano.
Oregano.
I walked up to a lady in Publix.
Oregano.
I go, I need this. I think it's oregano. And she goes, oh, honey. Oregano.
So it's
Let you know pretty
it's,
quick.
It's a usual thing for you to just mispronounce.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about this for a second.
Oregano.
Go ahead.
Joe,
Okay, yeah.
have you ever said something wrong your whole entire life and were corrected on it?
Yeah. What have you
Yeah.
said?
Like what?
I mean, I gotta think.
I have one. Well, I didn't say something wrong, but I remember I was in a team meeting with some people, and the governor, the person running for governor, was coming to like speak or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, this is some in the text message they were like goober national thing," and I was like, "Whoa, that was a crazy typo or whatever," and they're like, "No, that's what the person running for governor is called, like
a goober,
a goober national or a goober."
I have no clue.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I was like,
love
oh,
US history,
I
but
thought
I
you meant
don't
like
know.
the governor candidate or whatever, like, yeah. So,
Dude, a word. I misspelled surround in the spelling bee as a little kid.
surround,
Left an R out.
oh, how dare you stupid.
surround.
Surround. My friend at work, she just found this out like last week.
What?
She was at dinner with a few people from work, and
Yeah.
she had food, and she was like, "Do you want to try this?" She asked a girl next to her, "She's like, do you want to try this?" And she was like, "No, I'm good." And she was like, "All right, shoot yourself."
Shoot yourself. Shoot yourself.
She's 34, and her whole life had been telling people to shoot themselves.
Oh, that's funny.
Instead of suit yourself.
Suit yourself. Like, suit yourself.
Oh,
she
I was
just
like-
goes,
Right.
shoot yourself.
So she's saying the whole phrase
Oh,
wrong. The whole
Yes.
colloquial.
So
Whatever would
she
you
was
call it?
like-
A
A
colloquialism.
colloquialism.
So she
Yeah.
found this out, and all of a sudden she was like, "My whole life I've been telling people to shoot
Shoot
themselves."
No way.
Dude, can you imagine some dude just, this is his final straw? He's like, all right,
dude.
shoot yourself.
Wow.
Don't read
that's
the
wild.
obits the next day.
How about, dude, my best friend's family says some shit
What?
that is so wrong.
What is it?
But it's normal in their family.
Yeah.
Tarek's family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the word. I was like, "What is
No,
that?"
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no,
Brayley
that-
with flicking. Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
So I'll never forget, like, I went over to their house for dinner for the first time. And
I'm like nervous.
Yeah, come on,
I'm
man.
sitting at the kitchen table, and Tarek's mom was at the sink, and she was asking him to grab the plates.
Yeah.
And he looked at her, and we're just sitting chilling, and he looked at her and he goes, "Yeah, but Joe didn't eat all his out.
What?
What?
He didn't eat it all out."
He didn't eat it all out?
And I said,
What does that even mean?
I dropped my
Said,
fork.
"Come again?"
Bro, I dropped my fork, and I said, "What did you just see, bro?"
He said, what? This... He did.
Dude, shout out to them, bro. They are the best family
But
in
what
the
are they
whole
trying
world.
to say?
Yeah, what is the...
Did you clean your plate? Like,
Yeah,
that's their way of saying,
they
like, did
didn't
you
eat it all
eat it
out.
all?
Where are they from?
Like-
The boondocks of Louisiana?
Well, they're actually Guyanese, so they're from
What's Guyanese?
Guyana. It's like
Mm.
a. I'll put it this way: it's a country of
Guyanese
Indian
food truck
descent,
back then.
and like they're on the fringe of, I guess you could call it on the fringe of the Caribbean. So they're kind of like, they talk like Jamaican people, but they're of Indian descent. It's a lot of fun. The parties
Yeah.
are great. The
Yeah.
food's awesome. They're just amazing people.
What
like all
a
around.
crazy way to say something.
Dude.
I have
What?
beef with you.
Dude,
Dude, is it teriyaki
Thank God
flavor?
we're
Because I've been
diverting
chewing on
from
one.
whatever he just.
Because, okay, so he posted the clip of me being like,
You're an
I like
idiot?
being stuffed.
Yeah.
That one. Right? There's like a clip that we posted from,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't
Where
see
she,
that clip.
and I say, well, I like being
I
stuffed.
was
And we
talking
kept it
about
in
how I
there.
love stuffing, and she's like,
She's like,
I like being stuffed.
And so we kept that in there.
Wow,
the
what's your beef?
funniest part about the flick and flip part of when we're like,
I didn't think it
fighting
was
over
that funny.
Yes. I even
Okay.
mentioned it to several people. They're like, why did he leave that in? He took
I
out
would-
the part where he was like, no, really, you flick the bean, you flip the bird.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that part.
No.
Oh, see?
didn't.
Well, you would if you listen.
What's-
You listen to the whole episode, and it's in the whole episode.
Yeah, it's in the whole
Yeah,
episode.
it's in the whole
for sure.
episode.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The thing is,
Well, because I was kind of, I was waiting for him to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you teed that one
it
right
felt
up.
very obvious. But well, like I said to you, I've been trying to. You have to cut these clips to either 30 seconds or a minute, and there's only so much you can fit in there.
was a
Actually, you
great
get paid
quote,
on
though.
TikTok for over a minute now. Only
Yeah,
over
but
a
I'm
minute.
not gonna make a
could.
separate thing for We could.
We could.
Oh, okay. We could do that. But you know what that means. I could do that.
I mean, we could one day.
If I can scoot this chair any further away.
I have told Josh that I will learn how to edit.
Yes, you have told me that. You have told me that.
But
so
he's
many
never
times.
he's never been like, okay, yeah, how about we set a time, like set a
What
time.
am I going to teach you?
And how else am I going to learn? How you do
Oh,
it?
good. I'll just put on my professor cap and I'll teach you how to.
Oh my God. He is so dramatic.
Oh God.
Couples
so
therapy.
dramatic.
God. Anyways,
Couples
what was
therapy.
what were we talking about before this?
People saying things wrong.
Oh,
Eating all your food out.
that is great. That's unhinged, really.
That is unhinged.
Somebody told me they said up until like a year ago, Yosemite instead of Yosemite. In Yosemite National Park. They were like,
Dude.
it's Yosemite.
My one of the
Having a hard time with this.
one of the like replies I got for the prompt was they said instead of cement it was cement.
Cement.
And
Yeah.
and then my friend said, which for the longest time I was this way too. I thought it was called a laptop, LAB,
A laptop.
and not a
Wow.
laptop.
Oh, interesting.
But I feel like that's like, I mean, I don't know, because when we go to lab in like high school and stuff, when we had laptops, I was like, oh, it's a laptop. Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
my old roommate that you asked, what does he do now?
Yeah.
He is looks like real estate.
Supervisor.
He provides home loans.
Ooh, oh wow.
All right.
I bet in those homes, you know,
He's
the
like,
weed and the tiles.
he's like, there's some tiles in the ceiling. You can put your weed in there. Or,
It is crazy, like seeing people who like smoked so much weed, drank so much weed, become like successful as they get older.
They have like 6 kids now. And
Yeah, they're like, don't ever do drugs because you'll end up as, you know, homeless. And these like people living in mansions. They're like, no, I'm doing great.
Yeah, people figure it out. Honestly, I feel like the rich, like people I know probably do more drugs than. I'm gonna put another
It
list.
looks like actually,
dude,
you know,
you're a
it looks
tank,
like
dude.
sawdust.
I mean, if Jack Links is
Jack, Mr. Link, if you're watching this, love your product. Gives me a great buzz. I've been feeling pretty good on it.
that's awesome.
Anyways.
But yeah, people do grow up like, and it's crazy. Just to look back, like even dude going back to Florida State and like seeing like my sister being in college and like she's like 20, you know, at the time like 21, 22, and I'm like, damn, like life was so different. Like we were so different just as people.
Yeah.
Like
One of the best times I ever had was visiting Florida State.
Really?
Yeah, I went
most,
during the summer.
most would agree.
It was, I mean, one of the drunkest I've ever been and one of the most fun
wow.
I've ever had.
Easiest city to get drunk in is Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
Really?
And everybody there's pretty.
Really?
It's so weird.
It's a very facey college town.
Yeah, I was where we stayed later on in life. This guy ended up being like the final 2 on Jordan Rogers against Jordan Rogers on The Bachelor.
Okay.
I'm not a bachelor guy.
Oh, guys, we're in a severe thunderstorm warning.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
So fun.
fuck!
All
I
right.
left my door open to the patio. We're all right.
Joe, we're in the season of cicadas, and you're leaving
Joe?
your patio.
No, I have a screen
dude,
door.
The other day, no, it was so funny. Is the other day, I got a little. Anyway, the other day, Joe calls me. He's getting in his car. He's like, "You would not believe this." He's like, last night I was so tired and out of it, man, that I just left my sunroof open and we had a severe rainstorm. So he got into his car and it's just all soaking wet.
I went again. Yeah, that was, dude. I was so pissed because I was like, sometimes like work will kick my ass,
Yeah.
dude. And like,
Which job?
Well, you work late,
critters
dude.
till
Yeah.
like 3 in the morning,
Right.
bro.
Work-
And especially after you do 3 nights
Yeah,
at critters,
right.
like you're just like dog ass tired, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're,
I don't
I'm
know how
driving
you do
home
it.
Yeah.
And also like I put the wind. It was a nice night. I opened the sunroof and like
Yeah.
I'm very clearly driving down 40, passing the White Bridge exit. I was telling myself, "Yo,
Yeah. Remember to
gotta
put this back
I gotta
up."
close
Yeah.
this." So parking sucks at my apartment complex. So I'm driving
Yeah.
around trying to figure out where I'm gonna park.
Wait,
So I'm driving around trying to find a spot. I got to park way out in East Yahunga because there's no spots available. And I totally forgot to close my sunroof. So I come out the next day and like I open the door and I like go to set something in the
Just
passenger
humid.
seat.
And
So
a
I lean
Noah's
over,
Ark
and I
worth of
touch the
water
seat, and I'm
flows.
like, what the hell is this? And I look up, and the sunroof is wide open, and I take a step back out of the car, and I look at the ground, and the ground is just covered in water. Like it's just like it had rained. I mean, not like I didn't see it, but it had Jeep Grand Cherokee, little hand-me-down.
Yeah, that sucks. We had a Jeep Wrangler for a really long time, and when it would rain inside my Jeep because
yeah.
Jeeps are made so well. And one time it rained
He's
so
dealing with his right now.
it rained so hard, and then it got down below freezing into like the teens, and I got into my car, and as I was getting up into my car, my foot slipped because it was just a like thick thing of ice on the floor of my Jeep.
On the floorboard? Mm-hmm. Wow,
I was so pissed because I had those like floor mats.
kind of a legendary story.
I was so pissed. I was like, I remember being like, I need a new car. No.
Yeah, it's
Jeep
probably
Wranglers.
time. Now you have a Tiguan or whatever.
I have
it's
an
called.
Atlas.
Is that what it is?
It's like the
Volkswagen,
bigger.
right?
It's a bigger version of the Tiguan. Tiguan.
Tiguan.
It's a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volkswagen. Well,
like
it's
it.
cool. You like driving around town in your Nazi mobile.
Yeah, I found out that like Hitler was a big part of like why Volkswagen exists.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Volkswagen,
I didn't know that.
Mercedes, you know.
You haven't probably been to the car place in where is that? Have you all been to like it's like all these old
Name
antique
it.
cars and all stuff. I don't remember where it is. It's like towards the airport
Well,
almost.
you're not giving
It's a
us lot
showroom of like
oh.
really old cars. It's really cool. And they
No.
take you and they like, I'm not a car person, but we went for somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot.
Did you?
Yep. I learned a lot.
So you did learn about the Volkswagen.
Yep, but that was too late. I already had it.
What can you do? What can you do? I mean, to be fair, they're not still supporting him.
Yeah. Well,
he's been dead for many years,
Yeah.
as so we think, or he's in Argentina.
Thank God.
One of the two. That's what happened. A lot of ex-German Nazi people.
I thought he died in a fire.
He
No,
killed
suicide?
himself.
Well, it was like,
Or apparently,
but it
yeah.
wasn't like it a burning
Apparently,
house and he killed
or
himself
whatever.
and then like.
I
Apparently-
think it was a bunker, but a lot of those
Yes,
people, a lot of
yeah.
those Nazis ended up moving to Argentina. So there's like a whole like towns of white people down there. Like, and I've had friends be like, "Dude, I went to like Argentina. It was crazy. There's like all these people speaking German down there." And I was
No
like,
shit.
I was like, "Yeah, it's because their grandparents were
that's
Nazis." And they moved to
Well-
Argentina to flee from persecution. For
it's crazy.
I hope the
Yeah.
beliefs didn't translate with,
I don't
with the language.
yeah.
Well, there was that anti-Semitic group that just marched itself down Nashville's
Yeah,
Broadway.
that was pretty
Dude.
crazy. I know.
Dude,
So
crazy critter
Yeah.
story.
What?
So we had a guy that dude looked, and I mean, like I don't believe in kind of pointing fingers at people like that.
You can point
I
fingers
can
at
point,
Nazis.
but
I think
don't-
that's
no,
okay.
No. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, I don't know. We don't know for a fact.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Right,
But you had a
right.
strong inkling.
But the day of that March thing, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
first off crazy, just the fact that somebody
Still
Is
exists. yeah.
allowed.
can do that.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, I get like your First Amendment, freedom of speech, but there should be a fucking
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if you're
yeah, like
marching
maybe-
down the street with a Nazi flag and a big ass hatchet on your hip,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like didn't we
That's
already
cause
settle
for a
this
little
in
concern.
1945?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Joe, what's your favorite candy?
Yeah, what's your
my favorite candy?
Joseph?
I'm actually you're gonna probably be surprised. A Charleston Chew.
A
What the hell
Charleston
is a
Chew.
Charleston Chew?
Yeah.
You
is
never
it?
had a Charleston Chew?
No.
Charleston Chew.
They're old.
Cowtails.
What the hell, Joe?
Were you born on a different planet? What are you talking? I've never
Honestly,
heard of
you kind of sound like you're
cowtails.
90 years old right
Yeah,
now.
cowtails.
Ask anybody in my family since the time I was a little kid, bro. You can get a cowtail.
What
and
is
like
a cowtail?
green apple flavor.
What is it?
It's like a caramel string with cream in the middle. But sometimes they can change up the flavors.
It sounds like a penis, is what you were saying.
That's a fucking Charleston.
That's a bully
How do you-
stick. You know what like what you give to dogs? The bully sticks. Then they.
She said
If you read on the back, bull pizzle is what it says on the back of a bully stick. It's bull penises. That's what they it's a dog treat. Bully stick.
The way that Joe just,
I said
was
it's
like-
Yeah, no, I
caramel
know.
string.
A
but you
caramel.
guys, the way that Joe just laughed, it looked like you were like almost like in a cartoon. You're like,
I'm a
and your
cartoon
white
baby.
teeth are like, ding.
What'd you say? My white teeth.
Your white teeth. I have to look up
I
cowtail.
need to go back to Songstad and get the
Oh, you've been
whitening
getting
thing.
whitened?
Dude.
Smile.
I did it one time.
You got some good teeth.
I did it one time because he just offered it when we were at the foundation. He was like, hey man, like I'll do free like whitening for you if you just like come by. And I was like, sure. Nobody told me I needed Advil before that.
I've never seen these. In my
like you got
life.
professional.
Yes,
I've
you totally
never
have seen a cowtail.
I've never
No,
seen a cowtail
I've never
either, dude.
seen a
I don't know what you're
cowtail.
talking
Dude,
about.
are you kidding
A
me?
cowtail?
They're in every store.
No, they're
ever.
not.
Joe, no.
That's
Let's
like somebody
Google,
tried
where
to tell
can
me
you
about
find a
those.
cowtail?
What are the snake ones? They're like little gummy snakes. Someone tried to tell
Charlie's?
me
Turbo
about.
gummies, the twin
Trolleys?
sour snakes.
Yeah, twins.
Those are
Someone
fire.
were telling me about that. I was like, I
You've never
literally
had
never.
those?
No, I had never
Oh,
seen
dude,
them.
those are
before.
insane,
Like, I
bro.
don't know.
Because like one of them is sour and one of them is not,
Oh, okay.
and they match them together.
Yeah.
I feel like if you had a purse, Joe, you would have
What would
caramels
it be?
in it.
It'd be the
Caramels?
top of the line.
Little bit of honeys.
Or like, what are the...
Werther's.
Yeah.
Were there
That's what you would
originals?
have.
Maybe I would. I would. You know what's the worst candy? Is that strawberry bullshit.
What
I
about
fucking love that strawberry bullshit. The one that comes in the
That looks like a strawberry
packaging.
wrapper?
Yeah.
what
Where
about
do they come
nips,
from?
guys? What about nips?
What's a nip?
Nipples?
Nips. You
What are
don't
nips?
nips.
I can't
the
look up
candy?
nips on Google. 'cause
Also,
I'm scared.
I'll look it up.
Go-to movie candy is the cookie dough bites that are
I
wrapped
like
in
crunch.
chocolate.
You never had a
You
nips.
freeze them. Not at the movie
No,
theater,
that's-
obviously.
Nips.
No.
You never had a nips.
You want to say I'm 90?
Yeah. Guys, everybody
fuck
put my
is
nips
that?
in your mouth, all right? Come on. I want you to you guys suck on my nips.
To be fair, my favorite candy is Junior Mints. So
Junior mints?
Junior Mints, that's another
Dude.
Like a
geriatric
York-
dessert.
Dude,
York
I like
Penny.
senior mints.
that's my candy go to for movie theaters is like
Junior Mints?
I love Junior Mints.
I like
Go back to when they had junior caramels, bro. Do you remember them?
Ooh.
No,
Aren't
I
those just
honestly
Milk
feel
Duds?
like
No, so then Milk Duds must have like
Junior
pulled a monopoly
caramels.
on that shit.
What'd you say they were? Junior what?
Junior
caramels.
caramels.
And I said, aren't those just milk duds?
You can
I
find them
heard you.
only some places.
Did you hear that?
yeah.
How about when Skittles was bubble gum?
I like raisins.
What the f-
dude,
You ever have a raisin?
a chocolate covered raisin?
No. Raisins are just chocolate covered caramel.
No, that's
You
some
never had that?
bullshit.
But I do like raisinets as well.
You can get junior caramels on Publix delivery for
Yeah, I see it.
$1.53.
Really?
you know what I ordered? I don't know if you guys are on this side of TikTok at all, but Swedish candy.
My mom loves them.
Oh my god! No, like
you're talking about Swedish
from-
fish.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like
She's talking about
Swedish
candy from Swedish.
Okay.
Sweden.
Yes, so good. Their texture is the best textured candy I've ever had in my life.
Now it sounds like you're
Wait.
talking about a dick.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. How do you get your hands on Swedish like
If
candy?
you go
Is there
on
like a
TikTok
store?
and you put in like Swedish candy, it will take you down a rabbit hole.
You went to a TikTok link? You bought it off TikTok?
No, I bought it from a store that was like it's not from TikTok. Like I had to go to their website.
Okay.
Wow.
But it came to me in like maybe 5 days, and it was
Wow.
to die for. It was amazing.
Really?
Best
They've
candy I've
really
ever had in my life.
figured out the mail system in Sweden. 5 days.
Well, no, it wasn't. It's an American. It was in like LA or something.
Oh.
Oh, so good.
I've been to those big candy factories in LA. They're like, it's like a Costco sized warehouse just full of candy. It's
No way.
crazy.
Dude, I just bought a
I
bag
was like a
of
kid in a candy store.
Hebrew Doritos.
Oh
What are
yeah.
Hebrew Doritos?
Well, they were
That's
just
what I
they
said
were,
too.
they were I'm assuming they were from Israel, but it was a bag.
Hebritos.
It was a bag of barbecue Doritos, but all the writing was in Hebrew, and I was like, "This
That's
is
wild. What was the flavor?
barbecue,
Barbecue.
Y'all,
fire."
What if we go and get like candy from different parts of the world and like food, and then we all try it?
We could do that. I was just telling him about World Market that has.
Oh, yeah, I love
you
World
know, they
Market.
have
World
all
Market's
kinds
sick.
of candy from all over the world. at
One of the
World
guys that was on The Voice with me, he was from Australia, and his
Australia.
parents sent him a care package of all of
Yeah.
like his favorite Australian food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. What is America doing? Because it is so good, and it's not full of
Yeah.
like all this like crap and
My
extras.
best friend Connor, who you guys have both met,
Yeah.
his family's from Australia, and the same thing. Like they always had like
Crazy, man.
Australian things. The only thing I can't really get on board with is Vegemite. I'm not
I
a.
don't
What's
even know what
Vegemite?
Vegemite is.
You never. It's like it's a spread that they put on everything, but
on
it's
toast.
Like butter?
yeah. No, it's like it's in more of like a peanut butter type can, but it's like
it's like
it would say it's almost
caviar.
like jelly-ish, but it does not taste.
Vegemite,
Yeah.
Vegemite.
dude. One thing I could get with are the Australian girls, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on that side of TikTok.
Oh my god! Get out of here!
They're like,
We are
"Jace,
not going down this rabbit hole.
Are you
Dar,
son?
dar,
I'm
dar.
blown runner.
You have a beautiful smile, Blake. I love
Take
it.
me to Melbourne.
Jack, take your shirt off.
Not yet. Give me a couple more weeks in the gym.
I did Josh tell you about my right this morning where I was like,
No.
I was like, Joe Noto's going to join our podcast. And both girls go, oh, he's cute. And all I could say was like, yeah, his teeth.
Wait, who are they again?
I'm not going to say it.
Say their names.
No.
Off air.
You're going to know if you look at my stories.
Wait, you said that was this morning?
Yeah, this morning when I was
This
at my right.
morning.
You told me their names. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
now I probably
I'm gonna
sound
say
like an
now.
asshole.
Well, everybody knows you, Joe. That's the thing around
Josh,
town.
no, they don't. Buddy.
Yeah, that is the thing
Yeah.
around town. People are like, you say Joe Noto, and they're like, I love Joe.
Well,
it is
Or
one
they're
of the.
like, I
at
freaking
least-
hate that guy.
I've literally
somebody came
never.
into my job. First
I've
off,
never
you
met
know
a
who
Joe
you are.
hater.
You know who you are if you said this. This girl that I
Listen
did
up.
not know in college that ran with a group of girls
Heathens.
that,
Yeah.
you know,
What?
everybody has their opinion about whoever. She had her opinion. I'm going to have mine. And she came into my job.
What is this
and
sentence?
I was running a box to the back of Lululemon because we were pretty slammed. And she was talking to a girl I work with.
Yeah.
Who's just like a nice like coworker.
Right.
And she was like, "Hi, Joe," and I didn't immediately like put like name with the face.
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, hey, hi, how are you? Like, good to see you." So I came back and I was like, "Hey, did that girl by chance tell you like how I might have known her? Like, she looks so familiar." And she was like, "Yeah, she said she went to college with you and to steer clear of you."
You're like,
And I was like,
she just comes to my
I
job
was
and
like,
starts
yo,
talking shit.
I was like, yo, I'm too fucking nice to have that rap. And you know, for one person to say that, that's just one person's opinion. But like, I was fit to be tied that day.
Who did you do dirty?
Yeah, man.
Dirty Joe.
question is
Joe.
Dirt.
The question
Joe
is,
Dirt.
who did her and her friends do dirty?
Yeah. This seems like
To
a little
each their own,
finger pointing at each
Well,
other.
I just don't
thing.
understand.
It's a
Like,
Spider-Man
and
meme.
I'll be honest. Like, I was a little salty because I'm like, one, I didn't know you in college. We didn't hang out in college. I didn't run with your group in college.
Joe,
Like,
did you sleep with her and forget?
nope. I
Nope.
remember
I'd remember
that face.
And you know
That's funny. You know who you are too. I know you're listening.
I just don't. I'm not with the shit talking. All right, right.
Yeah.
Like I was.
I'm not either.
I've
What?
never gone out of my way to be
I'm
rude.
also not
like,
we shit talk all the time.
No, we don't. I don't.
Yes, we do.
I listen to you because I'm a good friend. so
listen,
that's-
it's
No.
at the end of the day though, it's all in good fun.
yeah.
We live and we learn, and the
Yeah.
ball keeps rolling.
Right.
live,
And like, if that person
you
is that
live.
bothered,
You the
I don't know what song you're singing.
you know?
No.
Is that
Okay.
a Whitney Houston
Yep.
song?
No, that was.
Nope, I think it's
I'm-
Alanis Morissette.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
live.
I don't know if you did a good job of representing the song. Yeah. That might be why you got kicked off The Voice.
I mean, you guys are like an old.
This is
y'all
so
like
fun.
Y'all like an old married couple, bro. You guys are like an old ass married couple. That's what y'all are like.
One day I am going to spill all the beans about The Voice. I just can't yet.
Yeah.
What do you got? Got like a non-compete?
Beans? Like in a salad?
You signed an NDA.
When's
Yeah.
that run out?
I don't think it ever does, but if the show's over, for sure I'm going to talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're this season.
No, I was last season.
Last season.
Your NDA
So what do you mean the
doesn't go up.
show's over?
Isn't
You
it
mean
5 years?
discontinue?
I
No,
No,
thought
no,
it
like
was
when they stop airing the show.
The kid I was with in Idol just came in top 3. I had no clue. He's Jack Blocker.
The
Like,
girl who won is from the desert. It's my buddy Keaton's cousin, Abby
Wait,
Carter.
no
There
way.
was a girl
Yeah.
winner and a boy winner.
No. He was
No.
he was a top 3 finalist.
Yeah, the girl is my buddy Keaton's cousin, I think. or
Bless her
something.
sick,
heart.
dude.
He was our
I think
quarterback in
It's
high
so
school.
stupid at the end of Idol when they're like, "All right, you just won. Now sing a song," as if they're not full
Yeah,
of like
like,
emotion.
I like, dude. I've seen so many people since you like did the thing on Idol. I've seen so many people be like, Luke Bryan told me I wasn't a good singer, and like,
And it's like, Luke Bryan
and now they're
told you
killing
that?
it. But like, yeah, I said that's gonna
I'm
be
a massive Luke Bryan fan. I'll put it there. But I love Lionel Richie.
that's
Oh,
gonna
we
be a
love
no
Luke
from me,
Bryan.
Noto.
So Luke Bryan hit me with the. It's gonna be a no. It's gonna be a no for me, Noto. And Katie said.
Cares.
Katie said. She said, "How many years have you been here?" I said 3. She says, "I think you need a couple more. It's gonna be a no for me right now." And Lionel was like, he said, I think that you can do so much with your voice. I'm not letting you get out of here without this. Like, he's like, it's a yes from me. Like, you could do so many different things. Just keep working at it. And like, hopefully we'll see next year.
Yeah. Katy Perry looked at my friends and goes, I just don't like your voice. And she goes, wow. Okay. And Joe and Lionel, Luke and Lionel were both like, it's a yes for us, Katie.
No way.
Whatever.
Yeah. She's not doing it anymore, I don't think.
Yeah. She's married to Orlando Bloom and
She's married to Orlando Bloom?
Yeah, dude. She's
I
married
didn't know
to
that.
fucking Legolas.
Dude, I got a question. How was it for you on The Voice? Because when I walked into that room on Idol, bro, like I thought I was like
I think that producer did you
like.
Well, so obviously, like The Voice and Idol are like polar opposites.
Yeah.
But because we have to go.
In what way? They're both singing competitions.
Yeah, but it's not the same process at all. Like for The Voice, like I spent 9 weeks in LA filming.
No shit.
And so like you do everything until the lives. And the process to get on the show is for some people it's different. Like if you want to audition, you put in like your audition, whatever, that's different. But if they reach out to you, then you're automatically on like the Zoom calls with producers and executives.
I got to skip the line.
Yeah, I got to skip the line pretty much. Yeah. And also The Voice, I guess I could say this. The Voice, all of us are speculating. They already know who their top 10 before we even fly out to LA.
Wow.
Like they know who will be their top 10.
But that is one conversation we had before you did it. I was like, remember, this is a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, and they have producers where they're like, and
it's very evident once you get there, like who the favorites are. It's.
I knew nothing about that when I went for Idol, so I
really?
was. It really beat me up.
I feel
afterwards.
like, you probably don't want to talk about this, but I feel like that producer really sets you up for.
No, I could tell. I mean, I don't think I signed any NDA, and I.
Okay, so how'd you get to Idol?
Long story short, they rented out the Graduate Hotel, the second floor, and when I was working, they obviously all like the employees came a week early to set all the shit up, the signs, the rooms, the equipment, all that stuff, and when their days were over, they'd come down at Critters and hang out and drink. Well, at the beginning, we kind of didn't know that they were the Idol group, but then when they kept coming back and like some of them would wear their passes in, like we knew like that was them. So, I mean, I kind of cared about my job as normal. Like my job is to sing a couple songs a night, and like they had one of their producers like DM'd me like.
Well, I was gonna say that if you're talking about like walking onto set of Idol and like doing your audition, it was the most for The Voice. It was like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh. Dude, really I had no clue what to expect. Like
exactly.
Like these kids, and that's what I learned that morning is these kids were like, "Oh, where'd you come from?" Because I showed up on the last day. They expedited my whole process. Like sent me all these things. Like, and they were like, "We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7. It's the last day of recording in all cities." And like all these kids have been there all week, and they're like, "Hey, how'd you get here?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. They just kind of." Found me. I work at the hotel, and like they told me to show up.
They didn't
send you a
DM
went in
on
and
Instagram?
they were all like prepared. They knew their songs, and I walked into the room with the executive producers, and they're like, so sing us some songs.
Yeah, I remember you coming here the day before, and you're like, I don't even know what to sing, dude.
I was
I
don't. What am I gonna sing, bro?
Yeah.
And then I walked in the room, and like Lionel Richie says, he slaps the table, and he's like, "You look like my brother." And as soon as he said
Lionel Richie said that,
yeah, I walk in the room. Dude, Lionel Richie, to me, in my book, is like...
No, Joe looks Italian.
Have you seen Jordan?
Well, Lionel was like... Well, if you see me and my cousin look a lot alike, and the fact that he's black has nothing to do with it. But dude, Lionel's like, "You look like my brother." And I'm like, "You're fucking Lionel Richie. Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
You look like my dad.
You should have dad?
Dude, you might be my dad, bro.
Yeah.
And then like looking at Katy Perry and like just like... I mean, I grew up listening to all three of them. So the three of them sitting there looking at me, I'm like, this is like a fucking museum.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, looking at like them.
I will say, one thing I do give The Voice credit for is they try to prepare you as much as they possibly can. In the sense that like I was probably in 6 different Zoom meetings before I flew out to LA. And then when I was in LA, you had rehearsals, you had all of that. They tried to prepare you, but nothing compares to the day of. And for me, when I was auditioning, like you see me laugh in the middle of my audition because you don't hear the chairs turn. And so if your eyes are closed and you're singing and you open them and they're just like, when Niall and Gwen were just staring at me, I literally was like, oh,
You had
because I
two-chair
didn't
turn?
know.
Two-chair turn.
Yeah, and
Oh,
because I
no
didn't know.
way.
Yeah.
And so I got really, that's when I started going really off pitch because you get excited and you're kind
Yeah.
of like, oh my God. And then when they all four turn around, you're like, oh my God. Like John Legend and Reba.
Yeah.
You know, obviously
Yeah,
Reba was like,
that's
you
gotta
were
be-
a little pitchy. And I'm like,
You're a little.
She said that.
yeah. She goes, you were a little pitchy. And then, because they're
Is
trying
your
to
name
paint.
Fancy? Because you just let me down.
Yeah, I should have said that. But what's also funny is that I told them, I was like, well, I've been doing more like singer-songwriter pop stuff, but they wanted to paint me as country. And you kind of just go with whatever they want.
I think
Yeah.
it's just because people think you're kind of a cunt.
Okay, yeah. And so I just go into country. See,
Wow.
Joe, now you're witnessing it. He bullies me all the time.
She says that all. That's my first time I've ever said that on here.
Wow.
She says it all the time.
No.
I hate that word.
You hate the word.
I
You
do.
hate Australians.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't understand how
They'll
it's so
say it all the
normal.
time.
over there.
It's like
I know.
considered good in Australia.
I just don't know how it's so normal. over
I
there.
can't with you. I just want a compilation of you sticking the sawdust in your mouth every time. You were so gross.
Josh
yeah,
over here
so-
dipping plywood.
If you ever do the voice, do it. It's just a lot, and it's mentally exhausting.
I can, yeah. Idol was mentally exhausting.
It makes
too,
you
for
when
the
you're in
day
it.
that
It
I-
makes it feel like it's your whole entire world. Like nothing else exists.
Well, once they told me that, like I was just kind of like, oh, now I got to go back to my. They asked me in my
They're like,
exit.
"All right, you can go
they
back
asked me in my
downstairs,
exit. They asked me in my exit interview. They were like, so what's next? And I was like, well, I'm going back
I'm gonna-
downstairs.
They should have showed you.
I guess I'm just gonna go back to
Dude,
work.
I'm actually hoping that I'm actually happy.
You're
And,
glad they didn't?
That, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to ever like relive that.
Really?
I get
Yeah,
that.
because like I felt like I sang so quiet, and I felt like I was like really like nervous.
Did you
They had
bring-
me
did you
sing
bring
"Here
guitar?
Without You" by 3 Doors Down.
Here without you, baby.
Which
But
like,
you did
if you
a-
were the
you did
full
a cover
band,
of
that's
that.
pretty badass. But
Yeah.
like, I wanted to do "Walking in Memphis," the Lone Star
I thought you
version.
did do that. You didn't. Do
No,
that?
I didn't. I did "Here Without You," and that was hindsight 2020. I would go sing one of my own songs because
Yeah.
that was kind of their shtick with me was like, oh, he sings. He runs a karaoke bar, and all he had to do was walk upstairs to audition in front of the celebrity
Yeah.
judges. And like, and
Could've been a
Luke,
great storyline.
Luke had said something like, "Oh, it's easy to like to sing songs well, but not make them your own when you're singing like at a karaoke bar." And like, he's like, "You got a great voice.
You're like,
It's
why-
soothing." But like, they were like, "We were
Why does
looking for
everything
more
you
edge.
sing, Luke, sound like you
I-
have mashed potatoes in your mouth?
I know he does.
Mashed
What's a
potatoes?
bussy?
What in the hell's a bussy?
This is me looking up what a bussy is. I think I sound
He
just
was
like
on a
Rebecca.
live stream one time, and like
What's
somebody said
bussy?
like Luke Bryan could get my bussy or something, and he's reading all the comments, and he's like, "What in the hell's a bussy?"
He does sound like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
That's one good thing though about Idol is you are allowed to sing your own songs.
yeah,
Yeah.
Voice
Well,
does
somebody
not-
had told me
that's
that they
where
fuck-
I messed up with my voice thing. They were like, "Why are you here?" And I was just like, "Dude, I'm putting out a record. I'm just here to promote my
Really?
my record that's coming out." And-
I mean, aren't we all?
yeah, exactly. I mean,
know.
I gave them the honest answer. They didn't want that. Also, I lied and said that I could sing opera, and they're like, "Do it," and I was like, "No,
No way.
You could easily.
I can actually do it." But are we all doing
Go for it.
Ave Maria? You're doing the harmony.
Shout out, dude, man. That's on growing
and
up
hounds.
Catholic, boy.
Yeah. It was so fun. I'll
Yeah,
never
it
do
was an
again.
interesting. It was interesting to see how that side works. Like to see Ryan Seacrest come down and out of the elevator and do his take like 15 times.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that like you never think is like just a little kid sitting there watching
You think he
American
just
Idol.
does
That,
that
like,
one
you think
first
that
shot.
he's just like, and
Yeah.
but that's the thing about like that's probably how like most of normal like just your average people in America think that it works. Like
Yeah.
Ryan
Right.
Seacrest just like you
No,
know
it's all scripted. All
Yeah.
of it.
yeah.
It's
Hate to
crazy.
say it, but it is.
Down to your tears.
Down. Nope. I cried a lot.
Yeah, I'm just
I
kidding.
But they
cry.
manipulate you to cry.
They know that,
Really?
and you don't have any sleep. It's like them on the
Yeah, no
all
sleep.
those reality shows, they always feed them a bunch of liquor and then they deprive them of sleep. They'll get them up at 5 a.m. and they went to bed at 2 a.m. And they do that, so you get more emotional rises out of people. You get more,
There was
I think that Bachelor and Bachelorette is the biggest crock of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. There's no way that you can, and I'm too I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the hell? I came out here to just sit and talk to these fucking guys.
Now we gotta put the old people on there. We have the Golden Bachelor.
My favorite part about it.
I don't want to watch old people.
Golden Bachelor.
My favorite part about it is these girls are like, well, I just got a relationship. He cheated on me while he's cheating on you right now with 25 other women.
She's I'm very open-minded now.
Yeah.
Dude, the funniest part about that show is when everybody gets out of those fucking limos with their stupid acts. And they'll be like, the guy will be like, I'm Jeremy from fucking Maine. And he
and he has crabs.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't have crabs.
Yeah.
He's like,
I go crabbing.
They come with a stupid ass gift.
Yeah.
Or a note, or they sing a song or some shit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's for the TV value, the production value.
Right.
But also, it's now people. I feel like back in the day, maybe people did go on it for the idea of love. Maybe the first episode, maybe the first season. But then once social media started growing, people are doing it so they get recognition.
Right, they just want a following.
Yeah.
Dude, but even people have been doing that forever. Theo Vaughn was on The Real World in the 90s.
Oh,
shit,
believe
bro.
that 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a cousin of mine.
Yeah, maybe it was the
Real
early
World.
2000s.
Man,
I don't know, but
I wish they would bring back Real World.
Yeah, but he was on Real World. Him and Christina P., who's married to Tom Segura. They have their podcast, Your Mom's House. She was on it with him.
No shit.
Yeah.
Season 9 aired originally in How old is Theo Vaughn?
I think he's 73.
Honestly, I'm not talking trash on him.
No,
but
he's the funniest.
He's so funny.
Dude.
But they had him as a guest picker on game day for college football, and he had no idea what any team was, who the players were. He'd be like, "Well, I like their mascot." So,
Dude, I watched a Theo Vaughn video this morning, and I just woke up and I was
44.
rolling. He is?
He's 40.
Well, I was going to give him
this man
33.
looks like a fresh-born baby.
I know. He looks good for his age.
Dude, he is so funny.
44?
Hands down, he's got, I think that, I don't know, everything Theo Vaughn does, I think is hilarious. I also found a new account last night scrolling through Instagram.
What did you find?
That guy that overdubs all those things.
What did he overdub?
He just overdubs all these videos. I might have sent you. I sent everybody a million.
Oh, you did
a million videos.
Do you think Theo
last
would
night.
come on our podcast now that you've been on?
Yeah, Theo would probably be.
Do you think Theo would come?
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe knows Theo. He's good
I don't
friends.
know Theo Vaughn. I met him one time at Critters, but other than that,
Yeah.
I will randomly message people just to see if they'll message me back.
Oh, I've done that before. Like with Megan the Stallion.
Okay, wait, pause.
What'd you say to
Pull
her?
it up. Or do you want me to do it a dramatic
well,
reading?
we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, but I messaged Brayley the other day and I said, do you think, I sent a picture of Megan the Stallion. I said, do you think Megan would ever go out on a date with me? And Brayley said, yeah, for sure. And I was like,
Hype
great.
him up.
And so I sent her this DM. And I was just, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky said that. I said, hey, Meg, I think you're insanely talented and insanely beautiful. You're the whole package. I wanted to see if you'd ever want to get dinner sometime. I love Italian food. What's your favorite kind of food?
She responded. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she said, I'll be in Nashville next week, player. Let's get dinner. I said, great.
So as Josh
taking you to
went
North
ahead,
Italia.
Meg, if you need a dinner date sometime,
Meg,
how about this married man to my
no way
right?
you sent that message. I mean, I've sent messages to people like heroes of mine, asking to write. That's ballsy.
And they know why? Do you think she's gonna read it?
No, that's just not ballsy, but just that's just wild.
Yeah, I just do things like that because sometimes I need to entertain myself.
That's actually true.
And I'm really
I
the
feel
greatest entertainment.
I feel
When
that.
the Preds were in the playoffs, I messaged all the Preds players and been like, can I get free tickets?
Oh my gosh.
guys are
If there is
wild. You two
one
are
thing
both crazy.
about Brayley is she will never miss an opportunity to message a predator online. She loves it.
Because of you, find it hard to trust not only me, but everyone around me. Because of you, I am afraid. Oh, wait. Because of you.
We're in sync, everybody.
Yeah.
I told Josh he needs to do a compilation of every time we've
We
broken out
sing
into
a lot
song.
on the.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it just breaks out into song.
I mean,
sometimes I don't know
the chorus.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know
Look,
the song.
wait, Joe. So you're from Florida. Okay, what is like the craziest headline you've ever read in Florida or like seen in
Do you
Florida? Is there any like crazy?
I mean,
because Florida's just nuts.
Shit happens all the time.
Florida's a
I
simulation.
mean, I think the craziest thing like through my whole life was definitely that guy
face eating
on
yeah.
bath salts in Miami.
Oh,
Who ate off the
yeah.
face.
But that's
I forgot
also
about
like
that.
an hour and a half from my house. That's like far.
That's like your
so.
neighbor.
No, that's far.
His sex door neighbor.
He could
I mean,
have
that's
been.
your neighbor if like you lived in Texas. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just an hour
and a half.
Jimmy's
Yeah,
just an hour down the road.
Dude, Texas, man, it takes so long to drive through that state.
Yeah,
crazy.
I was telling Josh that I was just kind of like looking at things to talk about, and
yeah.
one of the funniest headlines I saw yesterday was 706 people named Kyle got together in Texas, and
Kyle,
it wasn't
Texas,
enough for a
baby.
world like people named Texas or named Kyle
Yeah,
got together.
yeah.
Kyle,
He
Texas.
He knows about this.
Yeah, and it wasn't even enough for the world record. So, that many Kyles in one area.
There's a different. I thought that there was one every year.
The
it-
Kyle
Fest?
convention. Yeah.
Or
Is
maybe-
that it? Is
Sponsored by Monster
wait,
Energy.
Wait. There's a
It's a
convention
thing.
called the Kyle, and everybody named Kyle comes. To
Yeah, to Kyle, Texas.
Do you have
Yeah.
to come with like your birth certificate to show that you're named Kyle?
I don't.
Probably a
I'm not-
license.
I don't go.
No, you go to Joe Fest.
Joe's Crap Shack.
Yeah.
Joe's Crab Shack. R.I.P. They took that one out of downtown
I
Nashville.
know.
Really?
Not that I ever went, but
That was a great spot to pop in and pee if you had to.
Yeah, I because the whole place smelled like urine, so you could just kind of go on the floor.
Well.
Yeah, well, I grew up, I think next to the OG one. I think it was in Newport, maybe not.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah,
I
could
used
be
to
wrong
want. I
about
used to want to work at Joe's Crab Shack when I was
it's
like
fun.
in high school because
Yeah,
it looked like
you
it was
could-
fun.
You could dance,
Dude, it was a cool spot, man.
Yeah, my dad loves to dance. He as soon as the B-52s or something comes on, he's
B-52s.
he's dancing on the tables, man. You know, the Love Shack, baby.
wow.
Love
He did
Shack
is a little known place where we can get together. Guys, I love that song. It reminds me of Full House.
Does
Do you
do
ever-
That reminds me
I
of
watched-
Thursday, Friday,
cool.
and Saturday nights at Critters.
Yeah?
That's exactly what that reminded me of.
Oh, Rock Lobster was the other big one. Rock Lobster.
I've never heard of Rock Lobster.
I don't really listen to the
What are like?
B-52s.
Okay, actually, tell everybody what are the songs that you dread hearing at karaoke? Name
Goodbye, Earl.
5.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Earl. Okay.
Goodbye, Earl.
By the Chicks.
What's Up, Four Non-Blondes.
Mm-hmm.
A brutal song at this point. Picture, Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow.
We were going to do that.
But like, it's not because I think they're bad songs. It's because I hear
hear them.
You
them
hear them
all
so
the
much. yeah.
religiously
They're
every
big
night.
karaoke songs.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman. I love Shania
Yeah.
Twain, but like, just that song.
I think me and Anna sang
overdone.
that.
Yeah, man,
And I think
wish the
fifth
song
song.
Make it a good one. Whatever
don't
you say
even
right
know.
now, we're gonna
What are
ban
you
it
over?
from all
What are you
karaoke
over?
bars.
What are you over?
I don't know, man.
What have people been singing a lot?
When we went, I felt like everybody sang Hardy. Those two guys were on stage every 5 seconds singing Hardy.
Yeah, it
Just screaming
depends.
at each other.
Sometimes you'll get like people that are fans of an artist and they'll sing every
yeah,
I
they're like,
will
I'm doing
tell
the
you,
catalog tonight.
when the Swifties come in, it's Taylor Swift night every
Oh,
night, and
yeah.
it just gets. And then once the Taylor Swift seal breaks, like everybody's
Everyone's
signing up
like,
for Taylor
"Oh,
Swift,
that's a
and I'm
good
just
idea."
like, I'm like, dude, like, I mean,
I'm
respect
just
to her.
doing a
Like,
hot dog real bad.
You look like the 4th of July.
What did we? So we sang. Anna and I sang "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," right? And
I
then
think
we
so.
sang Adele.
Yeah.
We all sing Adele.
Yeah, I don't know.
what people don't understand, and people where I think people swing and miss at karaoke is like, do the songs you know you're gonna absolutely suck at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
it's more fun that way.
Yeah, like yes, like there's time and place to do like the songs that you can absolutely.
Some people
hammer.
like to go into crush it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh
they're-
yeah, and those people are the ones that sign up 900
Yeah, the
million
karaoke
times,
heroes.
and you can't get them off the stage, and they think that it's
Yeah,
their
yeah,
residency night at the Graduate Hotel.
Have you ever sang at Wannabes on Broadway?
no.
Never.
I went there when I first got my apartment here in Nashville. My mom and I went to Wannabes just to check out Broadway. And we sat next to these people and they were like, yeah, my daughter's about to move here. Not me, a different girl.
Is it like mid floor up from?
No, it's
No,
next
it's
to
like on the
Aldi's.
floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And and the guy was like, the guy's daughter was about to go sing. He's like, yeah, she's coming up here to be a singer. Like, she's so good, so amazing.
It's a long road, but
I actually thought I was listening to Helen Keller on stage. And my mom literally would never say anything mean about anybody. She goes,
That's the funniest part about karaoke is people's facial expressions.
yeah,
Because like you can read it all over. People will go like this, and like this, and like it's.
my favorite thing to do is when I do karaoke, I try to do it in the exact voice of the original person who sings
That makes part of it fun. It's a game, bro. Like I tell everybody every night.
I sang like Frank Sinatra when I did.
I tell everybody every night. I'm just like, hey, like, there's a good chance you don't sign a record deal here, so like, don't stress.
yeah.
Like this is all about having a good
so
time.
Funny,
you know?
dude. Like, well, like people who don't really have a grasp, and this is a good segue into like industry stuff. Is like people who don't really have a grasp on like the music industry. They just like they believe in American Idol. They believe in The Voice. Right. They believe in these things. They think you moved to Nashville. Like you're singing at karaoke one night and Garth Brooks is there, and he's like, there's my prodigy.
It doesn't work that way. Yeah. It doesn't.
No, rarely, ever.
But you know what?
Ever.
It used to be that way.
It used to a lot.
I don't remember who it was.
Because there used to be people who had the keys of the kingdom who could
But it was
do
like,
that for you.
it was like somebody in the 90s, she got discovered because she was just singing while she was in the grocery store down the aisle.
Wow. Dude, it's so funny.
Right.
It's just
Like,
random
That's
shit.
crazy to me, man.
But
Like,
now, we just had this conversation this morning in a right that people... pretty much now it's like TikTok, get famous on TikTok, then they'll sign you.
Yeah.
And it's not even people who are like ready to be in the music industry. Don't even know about it.
They're because they just had a big music business convention here, music biz, whatever, where labels are saying we're actually going to stop signing TikTok artists as much because like we're realizing it's such a short term investment with like people who have a viral hit and then you put them out on a stage, they don't know what to do because that's something you accrue over years of like of trying things and failing. I think you have a great stage presence, and I think
Thank you, bro.
working the like karaoke and stuff like that definitely helps with that too.
It definitely helps.
We only have so many minutes in the day. I feel like we're still getting to the
still
meat.
hanging out as friends.
I think
Dude, honestly, this is like so chill.
we're getting to the meat and potatoes of getting to
Well, we'll get the meat.
So yeah,
Put them on the table, baby.
Yeah. I got
Serve
some
it up.
meat right here that's ground up.
If you don't get a sponsorship by the end of this,
Jack Link's beef jerky dip. Yep.
right down the.
That takes me back to the old days. Baseball and stuff.
You guys
I
know
never
what
played
ghost runners
baseball.
are?
No.
If someone said ghost runner on second, ghost runner on third.
No. Are there ghosts in baseball?
No, it's just when we used to play as kids.
Angels in the outfield.
Someone just brought that memory back to me.
Ghost
It was
runner.
just like like if you're playing if you're hitting, and you hit the ball and you can get to, second or third base by the time like they field the ball or whoever you're playing against, you leave a ghost runner there, and however many bases you advance when you hit next is how far that ghost will go.
Okay, cool.
So I just totally forgot we did that, and I saw a Instagram reel.
Wait, what baseball team?
Now, and where did you summon these ghosts from? Where
the neighborhood ghosts.
I'm getting really caught up on the ghost part of this. There are no ghosts.
No, it's hypothetical.
It's hypothetical. It's just like an imaginary version of some
like an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
But they can take bases for you.
We had baseball had imaginary friends, baby.
Wow.
Anyways, what
Angels
baseball
in
team
the
do you like?
outfield.
I'm a Yankees fan.
Movie
You're a
about
Yankees fan?
Yeah.
schizophrenia. I was talking about Angels in the Outfield. He's hearing Korn talk to him, dude. Like, what are you doing?
It's like,
Dude, I haven't seen that movie. In forever.
I only caught the tail end of it. You look at me and you go, schizophrenia.
Yeah. Well, then we heard Angels in the Outfield, and what's his name? The guy who plays
the coach
Dutton on Yellowstone.
Dennis Quaid.
No, it's not Dennis
I don't
Quaid.
know. I don't watch
It's
Yellowstone.
Kevin Costner.
I don't
Kevin
watch
Costner.
Yellowstone.
That's right, bro. Field of Dreams.
But you've seen Field
He's
of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Of course I have.
Oh yeah, Field
You
of
keep
Dreams.
saying Angels in the Outfield. That's how I was like, I was like, he's kind of in the
I get
in the
those mixed
ballpark.
up all the time.
I was like, he's in the ballpark. Bro.
Why
I don't know
were
if
those
he's-
movies so close together in time? Angels in the
Angels in the Outfield is this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? thing.
Yeah. Oops. Well, yeah. Field of Dreams. My bad.
That's sick.
But yeah, but schizophrenia, talking corn, all that kind of stuff.
Are those the subtopics of these movies?
It was like. It was just one of those things. I'm like, the guy's hearing
I
corn
just
talk.
noticed you have a light right there.
I always have a light above us right there.
Do you?
Yeah, every time.
That's called professional. Come on now.
Oh, anyways. Okay, so you like the Yankees.
Yeah.
Who's your baseball team, Josh? Do you have any?
The Yankees.
That's very Italian
Why?
of you, Josh.
My family's from New York. My dad was born in Queens.
That's news to me.
I was the biggest
Yeah.
Derek Jeter fan growing up. That's
Yeah,
why.
my grandpa was a butcher in Brooklyn. He had a butcher shop there.
Butcher in Brooklyn.
And my grandpa
Yep.
Mario, had a butcher shop there. You can actually still see he took a picture last time we were there. The sign was kind of partly torn down where you can see his sign
No
behind
way.
it. From
That's tight.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick photo
Yeah.
shoot for you to do, bro.
Yeah. My grandpa in front of his old butcher shop.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. You have anything you want to plug?
Besides your
No.
butt.
Plug that ass.
That's just
No, man, I'm just very grateful, and I'm happy to be your first guest on here.
Yeah,
I guess.
dude.
You were
Thanks for-
definitely the first person we thought of.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, totally.
Sorry, Hannah McFarlane, I just had to beat you to it, sister. No, I'm just I wanna plug. Oh God,
Oh, God,
please,
please.
not another
Politeness.
podcast because
Yeah.
I love these two, and you guys should listen to this podcast, and that's what I'll
We
plug.
love you, Joe.
Thank
you for.
We love. It's a yes for us.
It's a
Joe
yes for us,
Noto.
Noto.
Thanks, and I'm going back to Bellevue.
Yeah, and thank you for doing this, man. Oh, that's what I was going to congratulate you. Can I shake your hand on
Oh, what do you I don't know what.
on the record amount of F words ever said, F bombs?
Congratulations.
on the-
We'll get you a
yeah.
trophy soon.
Well, I got to
Thank
come
you.
in with a bang,
Yeah, well,
leave with a bang,
you're,
whatever.
yeah, you're doing
Yep,
both.
you're doing
You
it.
came in. Well, thank you guys so much, Bradley. You have
Goes
anything
well.
else you
Follow us on all social media. Comment, like, share, download.
Yeah, 200 downloads.
Oh
Get it-
God, please, not another podcast.
Yeah.
Get us
Oh,
to
God,
500,
please, not
and
another
Josh will do
podcast.
something crazy.
I will.
And Jack Links,
Jack Links.
sponsor.
Oh God, please, not another podcast.
Yep.